Hi there, Cancer. How are you? It's me, Anissa from the Inner Stereo, and I'm back again doing your end of September 2018 readings. So as usual, this is going to be a relationship spread, and you could always apply it with anywho. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, ex-fiance, colleagues, co-worker, family member, anywho. I'm basically just going to pick up your relationship energy in general. All right. So this reading is going to be from the 23rd until the 30th of September 2018. And please check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because I tend to realize that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus rather than my sun sign. Lovely. This is very, very lovely, You have the Empress card, you have the Six of Swords, and you also have the Page of Cups in here. It's very, very beautiful. There's this earthy feel towards it where you guys felt like you want to be a center of someone else's universe, where you're kind of like willing to give. But also at the same time, I think like there's like a little bit of bipolarity energy in you, with 60% of you wanting to extend yourself, and then 40% of you wanting to kind of like take things slow and move to calmer water. You know what I mean? And what's challenging, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse and also the Nine of Cups. So you're... Why is it always happening like this? I mean, I have Cancer moon, so I do resonate with Cancer reading. I have Cancer rising too, so and I'm moon dominant, so I do resonate with Cancer reading. But why does it always have to be this way? Why does it always have to be kind of like you guys dealing with someone who is Nine of Cups, who only cares about their own emotional well-being, who only cares about what they can take out of you, who only cares about them. So every time they wake up in the morning, it's like always me. The Ten of Cups in reverse also talks about someone who right now it's either one thing, okay? They've been burned in the past and they're kind of like focusing on themselves. And you guys felt like, you know what, this person is a little bit selfish, so should I extend myself as a Page of Cups in here towards someone who is very selfish or not? So that's why you guys do have like this bipolarity feels into it. But I do love the Empress energy in here though, meaning that everything that you touch actually expand. And so if you work or if you do have like a business, everything that you touch actually expand. Be careful about the Empress, because something that you touch expand, meaning that you need to make sure that you put your energy into something that is actually really good. Because if you touch something that is bad, it's actually going to expand into something bad. So that's like a duality of the Empress card in here. All right. I kind of feel you though, but I do love the Page of Cups in here because it has a little bit of an unfuckwithable attitude in there. The Page of Cups in a traditional Rider-Waite tarot is the first fish that this person caught, and he's willing to give it to you. And this is your energy, so it's very, very selfless. It's very genuine. It's very like sacrificial, So yeah, this is my first fish. Although I'm hungry, like I'm gonna give it to you because this is how much I feel for you. Okay, but sometimes you guys get in a limbo because you felt like this person, like, should I give it? Like, where do I stand in this person's life? Because I don't feel like this person cares so much about the collective happiness. I feel like this person only cares what they can take away from me. Okay, every time they need me, they're there. But every time I need them, they're never there. Okay, you know what? In the past, this person actually feels very, very happy with you. This person has a Ten of Pentacles and also has a Chariot card. The Chariot card is actually your card, so they do have like that Cancerian energy in you. I'm so jealous with Cancer Sun. One thing, I have Cancer Moon and I have Cancer Rising, and I noticed that the difference between the Cancer Moon and the Cancer Sun is that Cancer Sun display their emotions or energy outwards, whereas Cancer Moon would display their energy or emotions inwards. So I do have difficulties when it comes to wording out how I truly feel. Wording out my emotions, it's not really something that I'm comfortable with, becoming emotionally vulnerable. You don't have any problems with that, and I feel like in the past this person was also like this. You do have the power for them to make them feel like it's okay to be emotionally vulnerable. It's okay to charge at something that you feel very, very emotionally heavy with. What kind of English is that? But they do have the Ten of Pentacles, so they do have like a lot of fantasies inside of their head about what they want to do with you, and it's something to do with a collective happiness. So they felt happy with you, and they also do kind of like think of a long-term potential with you. And they have the Chariot card. The Chariot always have a star that they're very, very interested in, and they're kind of like charging at it like 180 miles per hour, like really, really fast, because they're so interested in it. Okay. I feel like it kind of freaks you out in some ways because of how fast this person is, and you kind of like see it kind of like is a little bit too good to be true. You know, you cannot see it as much of a too good to be true moment, so that's why you guys are kind of like in defense about it. And also, as a form of protecting your feelings, you kind of like not you kind of like ice skate above your emotions a little bit. I'm sorry, but my Capricorn stellium cannot handle just a little bit of a debris in my table. But anyway, with the Seven of Wands, as a form of you protecting your feelings, you kind of like push them away a little bit because you were so afraid to become emotionally attached to them. But you also have the Six of Pentacles, so there was actually like an equal give and take in this and this in this phase. But sometimes you kind of like push them away and try to take things slow because you're so afraid of becoming emotionally attached to them. The Justice card is a card of, this is very weird. I mean, like the other person is much more of a Cancerian than you guys are. You know, you guys are kind of like much more detached. You guys are kind of like much more like, okay, I would balance things out. I would scale things out if this person is worthy of my investment or not. This is so weird. But I feel you. I mean, like, nobody was born this way, especially Cancer, right? You guys do need like an emotional support the whole damn time, ever since you were babies. So if this happens, it means that there was something that was really fucked up happening in the past that kind of like makes you to have this type of energy in the past. 5 kartu masa sekarang. You believe God is a woman. I don't wanna waste no time, yeah. You ain't got a one-track mind, yeah. No, this person really feels it for you, Cancer. For real though, this person really, really loves you. I mean, the emotional intensity that they're feeling for you is really, really strong, like the Sun card. And in the past, they did have like a lot of doubts inside of their mind. They did have like a lot of like, where do I stand on this person? Should I open up my heart chakra? Like, I really believe in this. But there was like a lot of doubt going on inside of them for quite some times in the past. But now they're getting out of that period. They became more trusting towards you. But I don't know why there's this Three of Swords in here. You ain't got a one-track mind, you. Have the Karma card. Damn. King of Pentacles. Okay, makata masa depan. So, with the Moon card in reverse, I feel like there's like a lot, like there's kind of like a truth coming out from their side too. That was quite like a little bit hurtful towards you guys. It was something that you kind of like expected all along. You know, with this Justice card and the Seven of Wands, you do have a reason of why you guys were being suspicious of them and wary of them and wanting to get to know them first and wanting to take things slow first. You do have like this suspicion in here, okay? And I feel like what you've been waiting for all along is actually come to a light, but it was actually kind of like quite fine though. Okay, you do need like some time to heal first, Cancer, before you even kind of like open up your heart chakra towards someone who is actually here for you. But I feel like right now you guys are like the King of Pentacles. So although the hurt is there, it just makes you kind of like take a baby steps towards it. You have the King of Pentacles in here, so you do feel like a connection in here, and you do feel like there's a potential for this relationship to move forward. See how weird this is? I mean, like they were planning babies, they were planning families together with you, they were seeing the potential with you in the past. You guys were not like that. This is so not Cancer reading. But now you guys are like the King of Pentacles, like, okay, maybe it's going to work. Like now I'm starting to see this person in a new light. This person has shown me like this. Now you're starting to feel it, okay? Now you're starting to kind of like, okay, maybe I should do this. Kind of weird. Wait, too much card. Okay, so you kind of need to... Damn. Heaven anyway you like, yeah. And I can tell that you know I know how I want it. And nobody else can relate. Ariana Grande is a Cancer, right? Yeah, I just can't stop singing her song. That was so good. Nice. The bottom of your deck, you have the Ten of Wands. What's that card here for? Venus retrograde is in your hand, Cancer. I mean, the Venus retrograde thing that is going to happen in October is actually going in your favor. Why? Because they're going to be like a lot of pang and a lot of realization that is hitting them that they actually cannot move away from you. You know, with this Eight of Cups, they try to move away as a form of distraction because they felt like they were not really emotionally fulfilled in this relationship with you. They try to move away, but then they realize that they're very, very, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse in here, they're very, very emotionally clingy towards you. They're very, very emotionally needy, like emotionally high maintenance. This is so weird. This is so weird. This is supposed to be like I'm like a Cancer, and I'm like okay, this is so weird. Okay, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, so this person kind of like probably look to you or presenting themselves to you as someone who is very, very independent. They get all their shit together, how happy their life are, and blah 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 in the now. But in the future, like a pang of realization, the Venus in retrograde or whatever, like the planetary movement will hit them hard in the face, will hit them hard in their feels, that makes them kind of like, ding, oh shit, I can never move on from Cancer. Oh shit, like, yeah, I'm emotionally attached to Cancer. If Cancer is not in my life, if Cancer does not, I'm not with Cancer, or, if I'm not in a good sense with Cancer, I became like this, And, the odds are really in your favor because you have the Wheel of the Year here, meaning that they try to move away, though. They have the Three of Wands in reverse in here, but they couldn't. Because they were so busy of waiting for their ship to come. They tried to, but they couldn't. And then there's like a lot of little circumstances and little events that is happening that is just making them feeling all of these, that kind of like makes them hit by a realization pang. They're going to kind of like have the Ten of Wands attitude in here with you. So they're kind of like returning into your life, or if you're still in communication with them, they're going to be like owning up to it. Like, you know what? I get you, Cancer. I feel like, yeah, they're going to extend themselves. You have the Lover's card here because they feel very, very emotionally connected with you. It's like a connection that is very, very strong, that they try to dismiss it. They couldn't. They try to dismiss it, but they couldn't. And they're going to kind of like come back to you, kind of like offering you like, you know what, I know what is it that needs to be done, and I'm willing to, although it's going to kind of like hamper their ego, trample their ego and everything like that. It's going to happen. And then you have the Fool card. I feel like you guys are going to be willing to take that giant leap of faith, because when the Tower hits, when their ego shattered, when their ego shattered, you get to see their raw, vulnerable side of them that makes you kind of like, okay, I think like they've changed. So you guys would want to take that giant leap of faith once again with this Fool card here, opening up your heart chakra. What I love about the Fool card in here, though, although you guys are kind of like opening up a heart chakra, you still keep your ego intact, meaning that you're not going to be willing, or you're not going to let anyone trample your ego again for the second time. So you've learned your lesson. That's why you were being very, very overprotective with your feelings in here. It starts to make sense now. Okay? So, Cancer, I really hope that you guys enjoyed my readings. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you guys again in your October reading that I'm going to be upload this week. Bye-bye!